Hi Aries, welcome back. So Aries, this is going to be your March you versus them spread, and let's go ahead and get started, shall we? The overall energy out is that of Aries, which is nice, right? So you want to be in your own element, and we're going into Aries season, and happy pre-birthday to any of you. In March we will be. So I like this energy out for you, Aries. It's all about, being daring, being fierce, tapping into your fiery nature, going for what you want, being determined. This is definitely a very on a mission type of energy I'm feeling for you, Aries. So let that fuel you through the March time frame. Of course, with any energy, there comes a caution, right? So you can take it too far no matter what it is. So this could, on a negative end, go into a kind of like a selfish, macho, egotistical, or argumentative type of energy. So just be cautious with that, Aries. That could be your energy, or that could be the person you're dealing with during this time frame, as it is a you versus them. But take it as it resonates, okay? So, the supporting energy on your side is the Two of Swords, which is talking about a little bit of some uncertainty, not really wanting to show everything that maybe you're feeling, or being a bit guarded, okay, when it comes to whoever you're dealing with during this time frame. Person you're dealing with is the Lovers card, so they have some important decisions to make here in regards to relationships in particular, okay? Gemini energy for some of you. This also talks about really focusing more on making a decision and sticking with it, committing to it, all right? So if this person has been in an indecisive energy, then in March they're going to be asked to make some decisions, So yes, let's go into it further. Aries, if you're not familiar with this spread, I'm going to go into your energy, past energy, then this person's past energy, then how you view this person, and then how they view you, and then the most likely future outcome here. All right, and the person you could be dealing with could be anyone in your life, could be intimate, could be platonic. Take it as it resonates. It's general, and it can also be interchangeable. So let's see, recent past energy for my Aries people. All right, Aries. So you have here, you had a few cards come out. Let me make sure. Oh, okay. You had the Five of Wands here, the Empress, the Strength card, and the Hermit. So Aries, in the recent past, you might have felt a little bit like isolated, or kind of being a minimal observant, of other people, of other people's relationships, actually, maybe trying to decide like how you want your relationship to be, or like what your expectations might be in a partner, and looking at that, revising that for some of you. I feel like, it's really... You've really had to be your own advocate, Aries. I think that you've had to be stronger than maybe you wanted to be, or for some of you, more independent than maybe you want to be all the time, And Aries, I think that you're one of the zodiac signs that can definitely do it on their own, but that doesn't mean that's always what you want to do, So I do get a sense of loneliness here. And I'm feeling it as your energy, but it can certainly be the person you're dealing with. We'll go into that in a minute. It's like somewhat isolating yourself, not really wanting, to spark any conflicts either. So you may have been trying to keep the peace and just kind of battle some things that you needed to battle internally, or spiritually, or emotionally, and doing it somewhat on your own for the most part is what I feel here. So... person that Aries is dealing with, what is their recent past energy? Okay, so they have the Five of Cups, the Nine of Swords, the Five of Swords, holy cow, and the Wheel of Fortune. Well, this person has really made some decisions that they regret, you know. I feel like this person's really going through like almost a dark night of the soul. I mean, I don't really even know how to represent this energy. It's intense. It's painful. It is an energy of feeling defeated, an energy of giving up, an energy that I feel like this person doesn't feel like they're in control of their own life anymore. Or maybe they felt that way in the past, you know, that they didn't get a say so in the timing of their life. Or maybe always felt like things were out of their hands. Or that also, I think that this person has had trouble in the past of recognizing that they are responsible for not only their reactions, but the outcomes in their life. And maybe they hadn't or haven't connected the dots between their own behavior and the reality around them, or the way that they cope with things and the reality around them. You know, like somewhat of a disconnection feeling is what I'm getting pretty strongly, Aries, here. So that's an interesting message. Alrighty, so let's go. How does Aries view, what's their perception of this person? How does Aries perceive this person? Okay, the cards are kind of taking their sweet time today. So you view this person as Justice, the Eight of Cups, and the Knave of Swords. So yeah, I feel like, you know, this person has, you perceive them as someone that feels justified in walking away when they feel like they need to walk away, whether they're in the right or not, whether you agree or not with that behavior. I think that you kind of view this person as someone who also maybe runs away from like conflict, or they can be somewhat like immature with the way they communicate when they don't know how to express their emotion, whether that be like completely detaching and not communicating at all, or like harsh communication, or just like not well thought out, you know, or they say things they don't mean, right? I think you view this person as trying to get more in tune with themselves, or needing to gain more balance and structure in their life. And even though, you know, I feel like this person has some traits that you don't necessarily see in a positive light, you still want their attention. You know? Because every person in the depictions in the card is looking to try and get this person's attention. You know? But that could be interchangeable, but I see that. So, Aries. How this person views you. What's their perception of you, Aries? They have the World card, the Moon, and the Knight of Cups. So I feel like this person, Aries, they view you as going through some endings or some cycles in your own life. They think that you repress emotion at times, but then at the same time, when you're ready to come forward, you come fully forward. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they feel like you are very black and white. You know, there's no gray area. It's like either you're not really sharing anything, or you're sharing like everything. I think that they view you as someone who likes to be on top, you know, wants to be successful, wants to be somewhat in control. You are the emperor, you know. Um, but I also think that this person feels an emotional tie, an intuitive connection with you to some degree here, especially with the moon card and how they view this dynamic or this relationship. I think this person knows that you have emotions that maybe go unexpressed for some of you. But yeah. So let's see. Let's go into the future energy, Aries, and see what we have here. All of your cards came out at once. So Knave of Wands, Nine of Cups, Knave of Pentacles. You have a lot of knaves out. Okay, knaves are the pages. This is a lot of potential energy, but if not tapped into or if it's not reciprocated, then it will develop into nothing. You know, so these are like imagined seeds that need to be planted and watered in order for them to grow into actual opportunities, like tangible commitments or, you know, things, whatever, what have you. So just be aware that there's a lot of potentials here, or a lot of potential maybe with this person, but unless it's nourished from both sides, then it will remain a potential, at least for March. So the Knave of Wands is like ready for action, you know, ready to plant those seeds. I feel wanting to feel satisfied and have fulfillment. And in the future energy, I do see the potential for that. You know, I think that there's most definitely an opportunity to connect, okay? Whether that's with yourself, your spiritual self, or with this person. With the Nine of Cups here, especially if you're wishing for like a spark or something to move along or the potential to grow. All right, for others of you, you could be pulling in someone brand new to you. Okay, and this is kind of what they're going through prior to meeting you. But for most of you, you already know who this person is. I don't like the Knave of Pentacles in this deck, Aries. So this is like there being somewhat of facades or masks being worn, all right? So maybe, you know, again, I feel like some of you like, especially if you're a male, you really want this person to fall in love with you, but your tactics are a little iffy. If you're a female, then I feel like it's vice versa. You have someone here that might be trying to pull the wool over your eyes, Aries, or not maybe share everything that they should be sharing. You know, the Knave of Swords is not exactly the most truthful energy, so be aware. But like I said, male or female, that can go either way. I just think that, you know, if something sparks your intuition during this time frame that makes you go, don't ignore it, okay? Because I think that there's definitely like some sort of suppression here, or it's like someone wants someone else to see them in a certain light. And I think that, you know, if you're not careful here and you don't listen to your intuition, you may miss a detail that's mighty important to you, okay? So let's see. Yeah. So this person has the Eight of Wands, the Lovers, the Three of Wands. So they definitely want movement forward here, Aries. There's going to be more than likely, you know, a conversation here, communication, or a decision being made at minimal during this time frame. And I feel like this person's actually kind of waiting for you to, I guess, make the first move towards them, right? Like they're waiting for communication from you, or they're waiting for you to open up to some degree or another. But at the same time, this person has a lot of anxieties, a lot of fears, a lot of emotions that they are not expressing to you. So it's a little bit one-sided in the fact that here they are waiting for you to show your heart, or be very authentic or vulnerable, but they have not done that for you. And maybe they're used to you being the one that just like blah, puts it out there, or maybe they feel like you are the more dominating presence, and so they take the side seat, so to speak. But I feel like that's the vibe that I'm getting with them. But yet they're the one that needs to make the decision. They're the one that needs to move it forward, because over here you've kind of battled what you needed to go through, Aries, in the past. And, you may have isolated yourself somewhat to be able to do that. You're ready for your 9 of Cups. You're ready to have satisfaction and emotional fulfillment. And I see that there's a possibility of having like a good movement forward here in this dynamic, a choice being made finally on this person's side. But there's still the sense of this person, like they're still waiting on something. What are they waiting on? This could be someone that constantly has excuses as to why things can't move forward, and that's a red flag. If that's the case, okay? That's not for all of you, but that's for some of you. So let me clarify a few of these to see if we can get a little more insight into what this is about. What's the Knave of Swords, please? Why does Aries see them as the Knave of Swords? Yeah, you think that they're being deceptive about letting go of their past, whether that's a past person or past issues, past behaviors, past regrets. You feel like they don't fully tell you the truth all the time, or that they haven't really let go. And what's the Knave of Pentacles? Some of you are trying to I don't know how to put this, kind of trick this person into letting their guard down, because maybe you suspicion things and you maybe want to, coerce them into kind of just loosening up a bit so you can get to the truth of the matter, or get information that you're uncertain about. And be really careful with that. If that's your energy, okay? Or they might be doing that to you, but I see it mostly you. So what's the Knave of Pentacles? Oh my gosh, I got a million cards. The Knave of Pentacles is the King of Swords, King of Wands. That's your energy, Aries. 3 of Wands, 7 of Swords. Yes, you might be covering up the fact that, like I said, you actually still have interest, or that you're interested, or that they have your attention. Maybe you don't want them to know the extent of that, or you don't want to give them a big head, or I don't know. But there's definitely a cover up here. And somewhat being emotionally distanced, being kind of disappointed, I feel, all right? But I think at the end of the day, Aries, you're looking for connections that bring you warmth, that bring you fire, that bring you passion, and movement forward in that. And you both have the 3 of Wands, so I see that both want similar or same things. Even though you're in a more uncertain energy, I see you as more of the action taker within the dynamic for most of you. What's the 8 of Wands? Queen of Cups. What's the 3 of Wands? Oh, I don't want that many cards. What's the 3 of Wands? The Ace of Pentacles, yeah. So let's go back to the beginning of the reading, Aries. what I was talking about was that this person need to make a decision and stick with it, or a commitment. They need to honor a commitment here. So even though they've really went through the ringer in the past, I think that this person is ready for that now. You know, I saw a lot of potential over here, and for them, it's the Ace of Pentacles. You had the Page. So it could be that, like, they don't feel, and this is going to rub some of you the wrong way, that maybe you have enough to offer them, or that, like, what they have to offer is more than what you have. Okay, or for others of you, this is, you know, you're trying to, like, offer potential, and this person's like, that's not enough. I need 100% satisfaction guarantee, you know, and, like, that's not the way life works. All right, so if you're the cross watcher, that ain't the way it works. You don't get 100% guarantee with anything in life. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they're looking for. Okay, that's what they're searching for. And emotionally, you know, they may not be open to anything else during this time frame, or they, you know, might be very either emotionally closed off in communication, or when they do communicate, it's very emotional. Okay, so yeah. Now, with that said, do I think there is a lot of potential here? Absolutely. But I think there's also some differences, which there's always going to be differences, right? It's just whether you're on the same page or not with how you want to go about the situation, right? Because at the end of the day, you both are waiting for your ships to come in. You know, at the end of the day, you both want to feel emotionally well and satisfied. So we get on the same page or not. We shall see. So that's where I'm going to end the reading, Aries. Just know you have free will and how you want to come at this situation. Like I said, I see movement forward, or at least that you both are wanting that energy. So let me know in the comments below how it goes. I made a rhyme. Also, let me tell you what zodiac signs I see. You could be dealing with another Aries, Gemini, Taurus, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Pisces, Gemini again, Aquarius, could be Cancer, Scorpio. So those are the predominant zodiac signs I see, but it can be any zodiac sign because it's a general reading, so don't get too caught up on that. Also, please do check out my Instagram and my Facebook, all linked down in the description box below. If you click the little arrow underneath the video, it'll pop it open. And also, I have another YouTube called And Now Deep Thoughts with Dana, where I just kind of ramble on about the energies I'm feeling and whatever's on my mind. So if you'd like more of that, you can also click on the link below. And if you haven't yet, please do like, share, and subscribe. It's free. And if you want additional goodies for a nominal fee, you can now become a member, a private member, by clicking the blue join button. So check that out, as well as my merchandise in the little shop below. Yeah, wishing you the best, Aries. Till next time, my friends. Namaste. Bye.